right, nice to see you here on another Thursday as we wind through this week. Man, it just doesn't slow down, does it? I'm Steve Gruber coming to you from the heart of American Studio G, fighting for you every single day from the foxhole of freedom. Man, we do this together. We're a team, all right? So I appreciate you being here. Here are three big things you need to know to start this hour. Number one, there are some members of the Canadian Parliament calling for a ban on Donald Trump. I mean, a total ban on him even being allowed in the country, which is normal, by the way. If you're a convicted felon, you can't go to Canada. Is that what they're relying on? Number two, at MSNBC, more cuts as Rachel Maddow sees her whole team get dumped. But did she offer to take a pay cut to keep them on the job? Hell no. I mean, be serious. And number three, I have identified a new debilitating illness afflicting those on the left in this country. It's important. It may be worse in some ways than Trump Derangement Syndrome. It's DOGE Derangement Syndrome. I'm very concerned about this. No matter what good things Elon Musk is doing, no matter how important it is to curb the out-of-control spending, many on the left are blinded by rage that can only be termed DOGE Derangement Syndrome. I mean, what else would you call it, right? What else would you call it? Jasmine Crockett, or is it Cricket? Or Crock of, you know, she has DOGE Derangement Syndrome, DDS. It's bad. Oh, it's bad. How do I know? Here she is.
Instead, we're pushing conspiracy theories, and some of them are killing people. It's the same thing that we have coming out of DOGE. It's the reason that people are dying. It's the reason that farmers are losing their farms, because we continue to peddle conspiracy theories. It is time for us to say, Mr. President, guess what? Russia invaded Ukraine. Can we at least agree on that one? Facts matter. Y'all, this is literally potentially putting us into an international crisis. We may be heading towards the next world war because we have a president that wants to pal around with Putin and wants to do everything to make him feel good, including lying about who invaded who.
Lying about who invaded who. Oh, Jasmine. They must be proud in that district in Texas. I mean, wow. Wow. She's quite something. Anyhow, Democrats are now attacking Elon for being, believe it or not, I can't even make this one. Now they're attacking Elon for what? Being an immigrant. DOGE Derangement Syndrome spills into immigration. Listen.
Mr. Musk has just been here 22 years, and he's a citizen of 3 countries. I always ask myself the question, with the damage he's doing here, when push comes to shove, which country is he loyalty to? South Africa? Canada? Or the United States? And he's only been a citizen, I'll say again, 22 years.
22 years, that's all. He's only been a citizen 22 years. How long has Ilhan Omar been a citizen? How long has she been here? How long has she been married to her brother? How long has that gone on? I'm just asking for a couple of curious folks. I'm one of those folks. Look, this DOGE Derangement Syndrome, anything that Elon Musk does to help out this country, to say, look, we should not be spending, and look, there are just some things that are so egregious they stick out. Circumcisions in Mozambique, one of them. Sex change operations in Guatemala, another. DEI training in Latvia or whatever, another. It's just so ridiculous. But lefties are so angry. They are so angry, they're calling for an economic blackout this Friday. I guess the solution is to hurt people in business in America. I guess the solution is to hurt people that go to work in America. I have a little prediction, by the way, for the little economic boycott. It's going to fail miserably. Listen.
In case you haven't heard, this coming Friday is a total economic blackout. The idea here is that we as normal people, we do have power, and the power is through our dollars. So you spend $0 on Friday, February 28th. You don't go grocery shopping. You don't get gas. You don't buy anything on Amazon. You don't go to fast food. You don't go to Starbucks. You literally spend $0 this coming Friday for a full 24 hours. Again, this is Friday, February 28th. There's going to be more of these, but this is the first major one. So I hope you'll be willing to participate, because we do have power. The power is through our wallets.
I see. So
I'm going to do the opposite.
Exactly.
Let's go to all those places.
Let's just shop everywhere. I like your spirit.
Let's do it, Steve.
Spend some cash, stimulate the. I mean, so here's this idiot, and you see her. She's out there doing what, like anybody cares, lady. Nobody cares about that. You know what they care about? Not spending our money on garbage, not funding wars that we have nothing to do with, like Ukraine, maybe even Gaza. You could argue that potentially, that we don't want to be involved with all the money there. All right, I can argue to stop spending American taxpayer dollars. If you tax your people so extensively that you can just ship our money out of the country, what's wrong with you? And then your solution is to not spend money in America? Your solution is to punish people going to work on Friday? Shut up. Seriously, just stop. By the way, Elon Musk yesterday at the first cabinet meeting. I think Donald Trump has 18 people in. I've lost track. At this point in Joe Biden's failed presidency, he had 7. That I know. Donald Trump's almost tripled that. And Elon Musk took a moment to speak and pointed out how easy it was to respond to the email questions about what did you do last week. Here he is.
I think that email perhaps was misinterpreted as a performance review, but actually it was a pulse check review. Do you have a pulse? Do you have a pulse and 2 neurons? So if you have a pulse and 2 neurons, you can reply to an email. This is, I think not a high bar, is what I'm saying. This is, should be, anyone could accomplish this. But what we are trying to get to the bottom of is we think there are a number of people on the government payroll who are dead, which is probably why they can't respond, and some people who are not real people, like they're literally fictional individuals that are collecting paychecks. Well, somebody's collecting paychecks on a fictional individual, so we're just literally trying to figure out, are these people real, are they alive, and can they write an email? Which I think is a reasonable expectation for the American public would have at least that expectation of someone in the public sector.
Yeah. In the private sector, if I say to Anthony, hey, Anthony, what'd you do? Even I said today, because oftentimes we're in different places. We get done with the program. I'm running off to see a client. He's working on posting videos. Ivy's working on, sending out emails, whatever's going on, right? And I said, hey, can you tell me 5 things you did today? Not last week, today. You have no problem with that, do you?
No.
None. I mean, if you're actually doing a job, okay, I answered the phone, I sent an email, I talked to Bob in accounting, whatever. 5 things in a whole week, and you think this is a problem to answer 5 things in a week? I can tell you 5 things we did this morning already. Posting on social media, coming up with concepts for headlines on social media, talking about what the video should be, talking back and forth with Anthony about what's going on in the program, what's happening in the world, talking to different guests. I can tell you 5 things I did already today. I'm sorry, if you can't tell me that you did 5 things in a week, you don't deserve a job.
Steve already had 2 outfit changes.
Exactly. Already done 2 wardrobe changes. Good call, Anthony. You see? Even Anthony can say, hey, you forgot this, Gruber. You did this and this and this. If you can't tell me 5 things you did in a week, you're not working and you do not deserve a job. I'll be right back.